What do you want to talk about?
How I'm the best boyfriend in the entire fucking universe. That wasn't a joke.
Would you like to start that conversation, or do you want me to? You're the best boyfriend in the entire universe. And all the extra universes that might be out there that we don't know about.
Yes,
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know. What do you want to talk about? I gotta sit and ponder on that. Maybe I should have thought of that prior to coming, but. You always think of the best questions. You should think of another one right now, and that'll get us going.
Well, I do, but I mean, I do thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. But I also get questions from online. I don't always
That's how you do it.
up with them on my own.
Google is your trusty companion.
Okay. Well, it says, let's see.
By the way, we are on the rooftop of the Drakestone on the 22nd floor or 21st?
21st. That'd be
21st.
really cool, though, if it was the 22nd floor.
Yeah, it would be.
Considering that's your number.
Yeah. With my hopeful, wishful thinking, said 22nd.
We can call it 22nd if you want.
That
I'm
would be
down
true.
to.
Stopped you in your tracks.
Well, you're right about that. Could we go up a level and make it 22?
Well, I was thinking, like, if this was like an elevated area that we walked into on the rooftop, then it could be considered 22nd. But yeah, we're at the Drakestone on the 21st floor on the rooftop.
Dallas, D-Town.
Yep,
Is that what you
D-Town.
called it?
Yeah, D-Town.
D-Town.
There's two D-Towns, Detroit, Michigan, and Dallas, Texas. And we are the truest. We're the D-Town.
We are in the D-Town. Yes.
D.
What made you want to move to D-Town and start a podcast?
Someone named Amanda had this bright idea to do that, and we agreed on doing it together.
I like that addition. We agreed. We did agree to doing this together. But I think who came up with that first? Because I feel like, well, it was probably me, because I'm always like, and what else? And what about this? And we should try this, and we should do this.
And we were like, yeah, it'd be a great idea to do a podcast. And you were setting it up the next day.
He snorted. I mean, I like taking action.
That's a good thing. I think it is a good thing. 'Cause I take action, but I'm a little slower to move on it, depending on it's situational. So it's not like I'm that way with everything, but some things I move fast on, some things I'm a little bit, I take my time getting to it, but I'd say both, but not as fast as you. I think you move very fast, which is a good thing because you get things done, and you probably are used to it from being an entrepreneur. Just the way you do it, like you have to move in that way to be successful in your field of work. So, I mean, it may stem from that, but you know better than me. I'm explaining your your reasons why.
It's good to see how you see it, though. So, do you feel like there are times I move slow in certain things? Or am I always just full speed ahead?
There's nothing top of mind of you moving slow. I can't think of anything. Really, there's nothing top of mind. Or slower, not even just slow, but like an unusually slower pace than your norm. I can't think of anything.
Well, I think you're accurate. But not but as in negating what you just said. However, I do take action quick if I want something, but I'm also pretty strategic about the planning process. So when it comes to the podcast, I was like, we should do this. And you're like, okay. And so then I was like, that's it, we're doing it. And from there were months of the website, equipment, planning, studying. So there was more time put into the strategy behind it. So I do move quick when I decide, but I also put in the effort that's necessary. That way when it happens, it feels like smoother and complete.
Yeah. So you're good at doing the tedious groundwork that comes with making a decision. That's great.
That's great.
Really, and I see what you're saying. It's not as quick as we're making it seem like when we're describing how fast you move, because that process does take time, is what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because then I become very dedicated to what I've decided because I'm so stubborn. Like,
You're
no,
bullheaded.
I decided. Yeah. So then, yeah, it's interesting. That's not always a good thing either, when I decide and then stay so bullheaded in my viewpoints.
What is that to say that you continue even though it may be seemingly failing or not working out the way you think it would be for it to be successful, and you continue even though you should maybe pivot a little bit or like change direction? Is that what you're saying? When you say it could be bad with continuing or being so bullheaded?
Well, pivoting, I feel like, is a little bit different than like giving up, because I do feel like I'm willing to pivot if I really am convicted that something needs to change. So, but I will stick it out. Like the podcast, like I'm not going to let limitations stop me from what I want. Like there was a lot of limitations, what could be perceived as limitations, with packing up, moving across the country, changing jobs. Like those are big things that came our way and could have stopped us from what we said we wanted to manifest. So when I set a primary, we're going to start a podcast and we're going to launch it in Dallas, it's all the groundwork, putting together all the marketing material, like all the things that needed to happen in order to start talking about a podcast. And then even talking to sponsors and certain sponsors not coming on board, it's like that could have been a perceived limitation. And I could have been like, oh, it's not working out, or it's a sign we shouldn't do it, because there's a little bit of struggle. And I'm not willing to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. And that's just how we roll. I mean, we've come across many hurdles in this journey we've been on for just over a year now, but we've had a lot of hurdles and it hasn't stopped us. And look where we are now. We moved halfway across the country and we're continuing this journey. We're still moving. We're still chasing our dreams. Well, no, not even chasing our dreams. We're living our dreams. And so, yeah, we're not going to let anything stop us, that's for sure. And yeah, that's a good thing. You being bullheaded is a good thing. That's where it shows up as yeah, it's just good. I don't know how else to say it. Like it's
like a positive.
A positive, there we go. But yeah, I feel the same way. Like, even though I'm not a Taurus, I'm a Libra. This inanimate object, the scales. But yeah, like, and in my sign, they say that Libras are indecisive and blah 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 blah. No, I just think that Libras take their time deciding, and maybe, like we've seen in your brother, he's making the decision out loud, so it seems like he's back and forth with trying to figure out what he wants to do. When most people do that internally, and once they come to their conclusion, then they, tell the world. But that's how I am. I don't tell everybody what's happening as it's happening. I usually keep my mouth shut, and then once I know it's happening, then I open up to everyone. You know that about me, though. We've talked about this numerous times, but I feel bullheaded in a lot of the things that I do and say. You're like, sure, you are. But yeah.
What side of the
Something
scale
we
does
share.
that fit on?
I don't know how to answer that.
No, that was actually kind of genuine. That was genuine. That was genuine because you do have a balance of bullheadedness with easygoing, softness, sweetness. So there's definitely two sides. Like, there's definitely a balance of the strong, dedicated. I wanted to be like, forceful, like that's but like when you're convicted about something, though, you're forceful about it. It's like people are going to know that you're convicted about what you're saying, which is amazing because there is a lot of passion that comes with that. And then on the other side, it's like there is a balance between that element and then the element of you that has the soft, sweet, very loving side. And I do appreciate both.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, because I know when you're convicted too for something that's gonna like better us together, yourself, the people around you, like there's passion in that. And that type of passion really, when you step back and take a look at it, ultimately is from a loving place. It's like you want to be the best. You want people around you to be the best. You want people to show up in a way that you feel is good for the group. And that ultimately is coming from a place of love.
I agree. I mean, is it good if I rise and become better and those around me don't? Like, I don't believe in that. I believe that we all should rise. And if you come across something great for your life, it should be shared with the group or with me. It should be something that we can all feast on and grow with and grow together. Like, I think that is how it always should be. And so, I mean, I've been doing this health thing for a very long time, and it's something that I do not tire talking about. And it's something that I see has been very beneficial for my life as far as my career, as far as my just general health, living day to day. And even just those two things are enough. And so just by seeing that, I continue to push, I continue to tell people about it, continue to share with those that are curious. I'm not just throwing it in people's faces, I mean, if someone asks me, which a lot of people do ask me on a daily basis, like, what's your routine look like? What's your diet look like? What's your training look like? Once they open those doors, though, they better be fucking ready, because I'm going to give them what they ask for. Like, I'm going to give them my lifestyle, because it is my lifestyle. And so, just when I come across something good, I think it's good for everyone to share in that. And you do the same thing. You come across something good and you're eager to share with me. Like, even with like day-to-day things, when you listen to a podcast, you're like, hey, I heard this cool thing on the podcast, and you share it with me, and now I have something I've locked in that made me better. And so, yeah, I think it's good that we share information like that. We're back and forth with it, and it helps us continue to grow together, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah, and I can attest to it's your lifestyle. Like, health and wellness is your lifestyle. It's definitely something that you are committed to, and that level of commitment encourages the peace I have in our relationship, because I know when you're committed to something, you're truly committed to it. And I was one of those ones that was like, why do you have 20 packs of blueberries at your house? Like, who eats this many blueberries? And now I do too, but at the time I was like, there's like ground meat and eggs and blueberries. I even took a picture of, I know 20 is an exaggeration, slight exaggeration. There was a lot. I want to say at least 8 packs of blueberries, maybe 20 total between frozen in the freezer, fresh in the fridge, and freeze-dried in the cupboard. There might have been 20. Might be close.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah. But I remember taking pictures and sending them to my sister. I was like, this guy I'm like talking to, like, really loves blueberries. But it's great because, like, all joking aside, just being around you has opened my eyes to seeing things that I didn't know with health and wellness. And that was something that, as you say, like, you want to share that with the people around you. You know I ask you the same question 20 times, like, what does that supplement do again? Takes me a little longer to get it because, I've been in this a year with you versus your lifetime. And so, but the changes in my body, the changes in my overall sense of confidence just from my health side, I'm definitely stronger. I look better. I'm leaner, more energy. And that, I feel like, was such a big, big gift. That was definitely something extremely valuable that you've added into my life, as relationships should be. The partners should be adding into each other's lives. And that is one way of many, because you're the most amazing boyfriend in the universe.
Well,
universes.
I didn't hear that. What'd you say? Come again?
With the most amazing boyfriend in all of universes, of all universes, wherever there might be a universe. That is one of the many things that you added to a lot of value to my life.
The cool thing I think about that is example goes a long way. It wasn't something that I forced on you. It wasn't something I said, hey, in order for this to work, you got to be eating like this and you have to be training like this. It was something you saw and you thought it was good and you started to take part in it. And I think that's absolutely amazing in how it should work in relationships. And so I think that needed to be stated and, be brought to the surface, just in case someone may have been thinking about that. Yeah, example goes a long way. And you were leading by example as well. And there's a lot that I've learned from you. And the first thing I've told you that I've seen from the very beginning when we met is your commitment to personal development. I've never seen that with anyone else. And your dedication to being on calls, talking through the program that you're in. Should I state it?
Yeah.
Like,
Totally
is
fine.
this a secret?
It's not a secret club. Anybody can join.
Yeah, so Avatar, seeing your commitment to Avatar and being on those calls, how many ever days a week, 3 to 4 times a week, or 2 to 3 times a week, reading the material, the things that you sent me, and yeah, like how you speak about it, like that's very inspiring. And I told you that because of what I seen in you, I do want to do it one day and take part in it. When that day comes, it's still in discussion, but you know, I do have more time now, and it's something that I really want to do. And I'm saying it here too. Was that the camera?
Mm-hmm. It turned off.
Oh, all good.
That
But
is
yeah.
all good. I feel like, though, we should set this up. Let's see. How long have we been talking? This is great, babe. We're just
33 minutes.
Stop it. Are
Exactly.
you serious right now?
Yeah.
That's my number.
Yeah.
That's so good. All right. Let's talk for a few more then.
Yeah. So
I'm going to grab.
doing avatars on the list. We're figuring out a day. Figuring out a time.
Well, it's funny because. Oh, that was loud.
I still have my Jordan Peterson personality test to take, which I'm excited about.
Yes. Oh God. What is happening?
Too much is all happening.
What am I doing? Here, put that there.
Yeah. Do we want to get the table in there though? Like,
Good call, babe. Good call. Like
yeah.
that?
Should we angle it that way or move this?
Oh, my hair. These headphones in my hair. I'll figure it out. All the little things we'll figure out. But in the meantime, you can continue talking about I'm the best girlfriend in the universe.
The best girlfriend in the entire universe. The best ever. TBE.
Do you know how slow that just happened in my head? I was like, TB.
It's like when we're doing math, trying to calculate.
Hey, babe,
Any
what's
math
2
problem.
plus 4? Yeah, it's interesting because I think that what we just described shows what we started the conversation with, which was that I'm a bull. And so all I had to see were 20 packs of blueberries. And I was like, I got to get on this train. And you like to weigh things out and balance and take a little more time. And so, Avatar will come at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just not the day after the next. No, it could.
Were we just talking about that this morning too, about something else though, that you're like, oh yeah, would you do that like the next day? Or I feel like we were talking about it recently.
But it was just something else.
Yeah, that I did super fast. I mean, yeah. I actually today was writing out my interview for the magazine in Dallas that's going to feature. And anyway,
Awesome.
Thank you. I was talking about you in it and your dedication to health and wellness and fitness, and how I thought that they should interview you too.
That's awesome. That's cool. I feel like I'm blushing over here right now.
Do you
No,
know
you won't be able
why
to
I
see
did
it.
that? Because you're the best boyfriend in the
Because you have a
TBE.
kind heart, and that's really nice of you, and you love me.
You do.
Really, that is nice of you. But that's what we do. Like, even with photo shoots, I like bringing you on board to